everybody? Welcome back to my journey to $1 million. We on week 9. Week 9, man. Turn up. If it's your first time here, hit that like button. You already know it pushes this video out to other dream chasers like yourself. Hit that subscribe button if you want to join me on my journey to $1 million. What I'm doing is taking you through my mindset and as I grow as an individual to getting the results. Because see, a lot of people want the results, but it's who you become in the process to achieving those results that allows you to keep them long term. All right. So today's video is about how men think about dating in 2023. And this came to mind because y'all know I update y'all with my thought process every week. And I feel like I've been having more and more conversations recently about dating, especially I think with me, because like I'm single and like people just don't be understanding why I won't like join the dating pool. And when I try to explain it, I think people don't get it. But I can't say this concept applies to all men, but I believe it applies to a majority, but they're just not willing to say it. You feel me? So I just think it's time for me to do a video about this to like shed some light on the situation. All right. So when it comes to dating in general, man, I'm gonna tell y'all something that's crazy. I remember like years ago, man, dating was like fun, and it was like, I won't even say easy. It was just easy to meet people and have great connections and everything else. And like, I know there were certain places. I remember like researching LA before I moved here, and people was always talking about like LA is one of the worst places to date. And I was like, whoo. But now I feel like it's like that everywhere. Like when I'm on social media and I sometimes see people's videos, there's women and men from all over the place complaining about how terrible dating is right now. And I'm just like, wow, like how did we get here? So let's start there. Well, the two things I believe how we got here, first was social media and second was dating apps. Now, social media, because with the rise of social media, it allowed people to create profiles of themselves, exacerbating their lifestyle with only highlights, which like I think conflicted with the expectations of the reality of life. You feel me? Like if all you do is post, if you go on vacation 4 times a year, and you got a catalog of those photos and you try to keep posting those every other week to try to show yourself always living extravagantly, or only when you're in nightclubs and bottles, only when you're in like, I don't know, out eating dinner, and but you don't post none of your like chill-ish, everything is always so extravagant. It like sets this expectation for yourself and for other people that like you want extravagance. And the craziest part about it, and I'm not knocking it, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But in a lot of cases, and you all know we could just pull up Google and look up the numbers, only about 18% of people in the US make $100,000 a year on their own. Do y'all feel me? So like a lot of these lifestyles are highly exaggerated. All right, let's just be honest. You feel me? And secondly, the thing with dating apps. So dating apps, I believe, created an unrealistic expectation for love. Okay, because people will go on there, create these profiles, put everything they want, and they want to match with that perfect person because they don't want to put in the work anymore. Like no one realizes it takes time to get to know people. It takes time to learn to love someone. It takes time to get to know their ins and outs. But everyone wants to skip that. Hey, remember this is why the journey to $1 million. Everybody wants the result, but they don't want the process. So it's so many people with these dating apps trying to skip over the process. And then when they fall flat on their face, they're, oh, I hate men. Oh, I hate women. Oh, this is this. And it's just like, yo, you honestly just didn't realize it was going to take time. Like, it doesn't work like that. You can't just download an app and fall in love like in a week. Like, and if you can, I just want to be respectful and say, you probably got some things you need to work on internally if you can just fall in love with somebody in a week. You feel me? Like, I ain't knocking it. Maybe it can't happen, but let's just be realistic. There's so many things you can't learn about me. There's no way humanly possible a person could fall in love with me in a week. There's so many things you won't know about me. You feel me? So like, and if you tell me you love me just because I just was so amazing with great energy, then I'm going to be scared that you're so desperate to be in a relationship that you're willing to take anything. You feel me? So like, this is my thoughts, but like, I think it applies to a lot of men. You feel me? That don't like share those thoughts themselves, especially men that are self-aware. Okay. So how men think about dating now. All right, I think the first thing we got to cover is that everyone is aware of what a simp is, okay? And these simps, at the end of the day, have two downsides, okay? And for everybody who doesn't know what a simp is practically a male that's willing to just chase after a woman, and you can speak of it in whatever tense you want, like at the detriment of their own self. They don't care. They will like everything, comment everything. They'll go download your OnlyFans. They could be on their last dollar. They're gonna spend it. And what has happened is a lot of women, and I'm not saying all of them, just hear me out. A lot of women have like experienced this. And with that came these crazy expectations for men that aren't even simps. And so what's happening is once you realize like, okay, it's fun getting everything paid for and it's fun having men chase after me, but like I want some long lasting ish. Then you try to shift over to men like me. And it's like, we're sitting back like, bruh, I'm not doing those things. Like that's just so illogical. Why would I put myself in harm's way, like financial or anything else for you? Like that just doesn't make sense. Like, and which flips over to what I'm about to say. Most men, right, want to be able to pay for everything for a woman. All right, and I know some people are probably in shock right now, but it's the honest truth. Men want to be able to pay for everything. But the reality of 2023 is prices is going up. All right, like, and taking care of somebody else and paying for all their issues, if you don't make enough money, is another bill. And eventually, if you keep spending this money, since the difference between simps and men like me, if you keep spending this money, you're gonna lose your shorty anyway because you're gonna go broke and you can't keep up with her and the lifestyle she wants for herself, right? And so what has happened is men have just gotten smarter. And they're like, you know what? I do like this woman. I do want to spend time with her. I do want to get to know her. But I just can't pay for everything. And now when you're like, hey, we could split the date, or hey, we could do this, they're like, oh no, you ain't no alpha male, you ain't this, you ain't this, you ain't the type of man I want. Drake had his woman in a stadium and I want a new it's Drake, bro. Like, y'all do know only like 18 to 20% of the US, this is the entire world, of men on their own, so not combined income to a household, make over six figures. Now I mean 100,000 to six figures. So like, just throwing that number out there, that like, that ain't realistic what a lot of people looking for. And by the way, I don't know if a lot of y'all know, but six figures even doesn't even, when you first hit 100,000, it still ain't enough to really be paying for nobody else. The number that you would need to make to pay for someone else comfortably, along with your own bills, you would need to at least make $240,000 a year on your own. Okay, so that is the honest, realistic number to be financially okay, to have a great future for yourself, and be able to take care of your woman as a man. Okay, and let's just be real, man. You could drop that, cut that number in half. Probably about 10% of the men on the planet make $240,000 a year and up. Okay, so like, it's just something to just recognize that like, we as men want to be able to cover everything for y'all, but like, we also not dumb enough to do it knowing that if we lose all our money, like on the process to like getting what we want, then like we don't have you anyway. So why not just not deal with you and keep our money? You feel me? It's honestly one of the reasons why I know for myself, and I know it's all types of different women out here. Some will be like, oh, we don't need to pay for you to do this, but I know for myself, that's why I've stayed single. I just decided to chill to myself because I'm like, man, I know for a fact I can't fulfill their expectations right now. Like, it's just not realistic. You know what I mean? And while I do make enough money that we could go out on dates and do all these other things, I could definitely pay for it. I don't want to do it. You feel me? I don't want to have to pay for everything. I don't want that to be the obligation. So it's like, you know, we got to like make those decisions for ourselves to be like, all right, well, we just stay single for now. You feel me? Until like we get ourselves to that place. And then the worst part about that, though, I'm going to tell y'all like a little bit more in depth. The worst part about that is we also not dumb. So then we got to factor in there like, okay, so when I was going through the process of building myself up, you didn't want to be there for that because you just was too caught up in that social media and that extravagant lifestyle that you chased after men with. You tried to chase after the 20%, and not trying to be funny. A lot of people don't run into that. And I don't count scammers in the 20%. Okay. I want to like throw that out there. There's a bunch of people scamming, getting credit cards. And I know for a fact, by the way, like I said, I got endless female friends that women don't mind dealing with scammers. You know what I mean? Even though they know it don't even last. Like, for God's sake, y'all can Google scammers through the PPP loans. How many people in the PPP loans was living their best life? And now you ain't seen them on the trip since. I don't even want to get y'all started on that. If I had to tell you how many bottles of Don Julio's and yachts I saw when the PPP loans dropped, I was dying laughing. You feel me? So as them things ended, I ain't seen all these getting money people doing nothing. You feel me? So that's just funny to throw out there. So it's just a concept. Now, can this be fixed? Okay. I believe it would be quite difficult to fix what society has bred, because it's like as if it's intentionally trying to turn women against men and men against women. God's sakes, I know a lot of y'all probably even seen these new gym talks even coming out, where it was like these gym talks are like men just being in the gym, walking around, and we all look, bro, I go to the gym 6 days a week. I'm always looking around, hitting my sets, repping, hitting my, sometimes I'm not even thinking about nothing. I'm just tired, I'm drinking my water, or I'm just watching other people work out. I don't know, like whatever I'm doing. And then now you got these videos coming out where people now could be just looking around doing their thing. They just in between a set taking a break, and they get caught on video, and now it's like, oh, creep alert, I can't work out, I'm not safe in the gym. And then like they doing it for clout, and then men is getting mad about that, and now they like making funny videos about it. And so it's just like, it's this continuous cycle, this damn social media that's killing like all connections that could possibly be made. You feel me? So it's just like crazy to see. So like I definitely, I'm gonna be honest, don't think it could be fixed, but I think it's something that individuals can work on their own. Okay, like, and I think for yourself, like, you got to just set realistic expectations for you, especially women and men, like both that's watching this video. Like, and when you set those realistic expectations for yourself, ask yourself, what do you exactly really want? You feel me? If you truly do want somebody to pay for everything for you, then you're right. You will need, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I want to throw that out there. Then you will need somebody in the top 15%. It's just realistic. You feel me? If you are willing to build with somebody, then I would also tell you, just as my tip there, do not date people based off their potential, but date them based on their reality. And what I mean by that is, like, you can meet a guy like me who I am building, but like I'm always putting in work. If y'all look, my channel always got like videos on here. You check out my TikTok, I'm always posting. My IG, I'm always like on it, building up my social media presence. My modeling, my acting, like I'm on it. You feel me? Like, so I'm actually grinding to make my dreams happen. You know what I'm saying? And so like, it's a difference between me talking about it, like I've shared throughout these weeks as I've grown as a person, versus like a person who is talking but they really don't do nothing. And so that's also where you just got to be self-aware yourself. Okay, so in conclusion, 1, men do want to pay for everything. 2, stop allowing social media to exacerbate like these relationships, because all of them is not like that. All right, like, and then 3, figure out what you want for yourself and what are you willing to grow through to get to that place. Because I'm just telling y'all, man, a lot of men, especially when it comes to like you not wanting to rock out with them in the process, they not gonna fool with you once they make it through. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm one of those people. If I met somebody and I'm in grind mode and like they wasn't fooling with me, and then right once I like really take off, they trying to jump on my line, I'm not fooling with you. I'm gonna just deal with the shorties that's at the top too. You feel me? Like, that's why y'all think rappers and like actors and everybody date each other. They date each other because they all get money. And like, and then guess what all the people at the bottom do? You talk about their relationships. You feel me? And so it's like, it's all just common sense. So that's all I would tell you about that, man. If you enjoyed this video, definitely hit that like button. Comment your thoughts below, man. And if you feel like I hit on any good points in this video, and make sure y'all check out my next video on how to build character if you're looking to help like figure out how to become a confident version of yourself.